You're listening to Potty Mouth Radio, the home of movies, music, television, and comedy. This podcast is filmed in front of a live studio audience and contains coarse language. Could it be any more spoilery about a 25-year-old sitcom? Hello to each and every one of you beautiful people out there listening to the one where we watched a Friends Rewatch podcast. How you doing, Noosk?
Each and every one of you.
Each and every one.
Yeah.
What? It's Christmas in July, you know. I'm in the Tiny Tim spirit. God bless us, everyone.
I'm in the Christmas in July spirit. I'm fucking shattered.
Well, this is going to be a fun record, isn't it?
Sure is.
Because this week we're talking about the 21st episode of the sitcom Friends, the one with the fake moniker. Aired April 27, 1995, written by Adam Chase and Ira Ungalaida. I know you enjoy that name.
Ira.
And, shit, I completely forgot to check whose turn it is to do the synopsis. It's me, isn't it?
I think so.
Okay, all right.
I think I did it last time.
Yeah, all right. Let's do this thing then. Okay, so Monica's credit card gets stolen, and rather than press charges, they go through the charge list to see if they can find out who did it, and she ends up befriending the fake Monica. Meanwhile, Ross has heard from his vet that Marcel is undergoing some horny times, and he needs to go and be with other monkeys. And is that it? Is that the whole episode?
I don't know.
Oh, and Joey needs a new stage name.
Weak episode.
Oh, I don't know. It's funny.
I like it.
I feel like quite a lot happens in this episode, but I guess when you break it down like
This is
that,
one of my middling faves. You know, just where,
yeah,
like,
okay.
if it comes on shuffle for us, I'm like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, I enjoy this one.
I like
I
this
feel
one.
like of all of season one, this is probably one of the ones I've seen the most times.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen this one a lot.
Okay. I'd already agreed with you.
Just shut up and let me have more rum.
Stop drinking rum. You're such a trash bag.
If you have trouble remembering it, just think of a bag of trash. All right. So we start with the cold open, which, again, is one of the ones that actually gets the story going straight away. Monica discovers that someone stole her credit card. Such reckless spending.
Such reckless spending.
Because Chandler says, yeah, who would spend $69.95 on a Wonder Mop?
That was Monica. Also, continuity error.
Yeah, you noticed this.
Yep. In coming episodes, Kathy, love interest of Joey, then Chandler, or both at the same time.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. I think we can get past that. She talks about, this is that great mop. You know, I sit up watching
Chandler
these
bought one.
infomercials, and then Chandler gets one out. So
Yep.
you can take your judgment elsewhere, Chandler, and shove it up your butt.
Marcel starts humping the lamp.
He's always humping everything. And
Yeah.
It's just like...
Yeah, Ross hopes it's just a phase, but that's also what they said about Joey.
That's such a funny line.
That is a really funny line, because that is just the kind of thing you would say about one of your mates when you're giving them a shit.
And I know which one.
Yeah,
I know which one we'd say it about.
Oh, yeah, Blair.
You.
Me? What are you talking about?
I was going to say Ed, but remember when you humped people in college?
It was really funny.
How did we ever get together?
I don't know.
You
It's a good
humped
question.
me at one point. I just thought it was funny.
We have 2 kids. I've humped you more than once.
Twice, and that's all. Had too much rum.
But my actual favourite line of the cold open comes after that, where they're talking about how Marcel is humping everything. Rachel says that her Curious George doll is no longer curious.
Yeah.
That line really tickles me.
But when she pulls out her Curious George doll, it's the old Curious George.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
like, oh, that's cute. Because
Yeah.
our kids have loved Curious George over the years. And
Yeah.
it's updated. Ross is basically the man in the yellow hat, though, can we just say?
Oh my God. I never thought of it like that, but you're right. He kind of is.
He is. He's just this kind of kind guy.
Curious
that lets
George
his
was
stupid
also-
monkey get up to all sorts of mischief.
Well, that was also set in New York, wasn't it?
It was. Maybe it's just Ross.
Oh my God. You know what? I'm all here for a new live action Curious George movie where David Schwimmer plays the man in the yellow hat.
And Marcel plays the chimp.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be sick.
That's how they would get millennials to come to it.
Yes.
Yeah. It would be the youngest generation. What are they? Gen Alpha now? That's our kids.
Yeah.
And then all the millennial parents. Okay, patent that. That's ours. That's ours.
So then we get the real first scene of the episode where Monica is up late at night going over the credit card statement, and she's kind of upset. She says this woman is living my life and doing it better than me.
Yeah,
she's
and I
tickets
love how
to plays I want to see, $300 on art supplies.
Yeah, and I love how tired Jennifer Aniston is. Oh, it's too late for shall we?
It's too late for shall we?
Let's revise it, shall we?
Yeah.
It's too late for shall we? And she's like, Monica, you don't even do any art. She's like, I could if I had the supplies. But the best line in this is, are you leading to that?
Well, you go with that first, yeah.
She has all these things and not my mother.
Yeah, she has everything I want and she doesn't have my mother. Yeah.
And that is just like, wow.
Yeah, it's so true.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you, Monica.
That's the dream. Not
your mum.
Not you, of course,
to,
Mum. Love you. I do just want to say though, and I'm struggling with how to say this without sounding like a creep.
Maybe don't say it then.
No, it's not that I'm creeping. It's just that
that's what all racist people say before they say, I'm not racist, but...
It's just that they could literally poke your eyes out. It is well known that in this show, Jennifer Aniston's nips are very pointy a lot of the time.
Yeah.
In this scene, they are pointier than
You're
pointy.
right. You shouldn't have said it.
It's it's honestly distracting. I don't know if it was done on
is it
purpose.
distracting for
Maybe
you?
it was cold on the set.
It was constantly cold on the set. They've spoken about that.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. Can you leave your inside thoughts inside, please? Honestly.
All right, so then we're at the coffee shop, and I really like this runner, which is just completely, nothing really to do with the rest of the episode, but Joey's trying to come up with a new stage name because his agent thinks that Joey Tribbiani is too ethnic.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But you know what? That happens.
Oh, I know.
Natalie Portman, not her real name.
Yeah, what is her real name again?
I believe it's Natalia Herslag.
Yeah, she's Jewish, so
yeah.
that's too ethnic. That's
way too ethnic.
That's too ethnic.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely happens.
That's crazy. I love actors with a cool name.
Yeah. What do you think is the coolest name?
Well, it's not Chris Pine.
No.
Ew.
No. And it's not Chris Pratt.
No. It's none of the Chris's.
I was just going to... Yeah.
Stupid Chris's.
My current favourite at the moment is Ana de Armas.
Oh, she's everyone's favourite. I like Saoirse Ronan.
Saoirse Ronan's great.
Because of that SNL skit where she was on it.
Saoirse with an S sensor, yeah.
and then Beck Bennigan one is Beck with a B and Beck with an E and Beck with a C. It's Beck. You didn't even spell it right.
I know,
That's so funny.
That is one of my favourite SNL skits, and it's so stupid. You know who else has a really
about Friends?
You know who else has a really cool name though? Christoph Waltz.
Yeah,
that is a sick name.
Yeah,
and he's ethnic without it sounding ethnic. It's the perfect name.
Let's talk about Friends.
So Chandler though suggests that he tries Stalin.
Yeah, it's like one of these moments where Chandler, like, you can see it on his face. He doesn't expect it to land.
Yeah, he thinks
and then he lets it go on too long.
Well,
it's not Joey's fault. He's,
Well, because Joey even at first is like, yeah, Joey Stalin. And then Chandler's like, oh, what about Joseph?
Yeah. I think you should go the full Joseph.
Yeah, I think you'd remember that. Oh, yes. Joseph Stalin is the fiddler on the roof.
Oh, God. So inappropriate.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, he's a bad friend, though. He shouldn't let him take it to his agent. Jeez. So then we are back at the girls' apartment, and Phoebe and Rachel have come up from doing laundry, something you don't see people do in the later seasons. They tried to add a lot more sort of real New York life back then.
Yeah.
But yeah, Monica's on the phone. I'm just calling to see what classes I've been doing.
Yes. Yeah, she wants...
And that sounds like a really stupid question, and it is. But as someone who now owns a dance studio, it's not uncommon.
Yeah.
Hi, just what have I been doing? what should I do next?
I struggle with that all the time now that I'm at uni, and like I've just started a new unit, and I find that all the time where I'm like, what do I do next? What do I do?
Yeah, do next is one thing. What am I doing?
Yeah.
But yeah, so she's been taking tap classes.
Yes, and so Monica decides that she's going to go to the class. Phoebe yells, "This is madness! It's madness, I tell you. For the love of God, Monica, don't do it!"
She's so good at that, isn't she?
The way she says madness, I can't...
Madness!
I can't even do it. It's so good.
Yeah. It's so random, too. It's very old Hollywood, and
yeah, it's that real...
comes out of nowhere.
What do they call that? That real transatlantic kind of voice that she does. Madness!
Why does she do it? I mean, Monica is arguing with Rachel. Rachel's like, what are you doing? This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then I guess Phoebe inserts herself just to like break the tension, like our kids do sometimes.
Or like Chandler does. One of my favorite Chandler lines is when Rachel and Ross are having the whole "we were on a break" argument, and Chandler's just like, "Guess who I am?
Yeah.
I was being Shelley Winters from the Poseidon Adventure."
I know. We're not even up to that yet. Come on.
No, we're years away still. So then we're at the tap class, and not only is Monica gone, but Rachel and Phoebe have gone with her.
Of course. They're there for moral support.
But they're not there to dance. They're just there to observe.
Yeah, and you don't observe a dance class. You dance a dance class.
What does she mean? I think she means you dance a dance class. How many times as a dance teacher have you said that?
Never. Not once. Not once, not ever.
Well, I think you need to throw that into your repertoire.
A dance class.
So Phoebe leads the way to get shoes. And
yeah. I mean, I understand having a couple, maybe one or two pairs, there for newbies. A whole shoe basket just filled with old shoes is gross. That's yucky.
This is another one of my favorite lines. This episode, I think, is actually really funny.
It is.
Really well-written one-liners, because Monica's looking around to see who the fake Monica could be, and she says, do you see anyone that could be me? Meanwhile, the teacher is yelling at the students about the yogurt containers. She could be you. Actually,
in that moment, that dance teacher is like every ballet teacher I've ever had.
Really?
There were leftover yogurt containers last time. Let's not have that happen again. It's the passive-aggressive, like, I'm saying it all to you, and I know exactly who I'm talking to.
So then they start tapping. Monica's not getting it. Phoebe is totally getting it.
I'm totally getting it. She could do interpretive modern dance so well. Oh, yeah. She's a goddess. But no, wait. Let me just have a little rant here.
Okay.
They haven't gone over any of the steps. They haven't said, okay, we're going to warm up and here's some nerve beats, which is how most tap classes start. They've just started with a full combo? What?
Well, you know why they did that, though, is so that they can show off. I don't know if Jennifer Aniston actually dances or does tap.
She's got some experience, though.
Because she then does the routine really well. The audience cheers.
You just click when they click.
When they click.
It's not called clicking! No one would ever say that. Anyway, yes, she clearly does have experience. Like, she's doing the stuff. And then later she's not doing the exact combo as them, but she passes from an audience's perspective.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And she's doing some tap moves. Some. I'm not a tapper.
No.
Someone who's really good at tap might watch that episode and be like, you have no idea what you're talking about.
Shuffle? Is shuffle a tap term?
Shuffle is a tap.
There you go.
That's a tap step, yep.
Is that the click?
No, there's no clicks. There's no clicks.
Okay, so you don't just click when they click.
No. It's really hard to click when they click. That's why you would never walk in and just do a combo. Silliness.
So they have to dance in pairs, which again, I don't think I've ever actually seen in tap. But Rachel and Phoebe choose each other, and Monica's all alone. She's going to have to dance with the teacher until...
Love how you say you've never seen that in tap. You've never done one tap class. Never had one lesson.
I have seen tap performances.
You have.
I came with you to see the Tap Dogs. I don't remember a lot of pas de deux in the Tap Dogs.
Tap Dogs, love.
I've
seen the Tap Dogs. It was the Tap Boys.
Oh, Tap Boys, Tap Dogs. You've seen one, seen them all.
They're not called Tap Boys. They're the boys.
Something.
Who tap. I don't know.
But just as Monica's about to have to dance with the teacher, the fake Monica arrives.
Yep.
And Monica introduces herself as Mon Anna.
Mon Anna.
It's Dutch.
And then
Pennsylvania
she
Dutch.
starts talking to her in Dutch. Pennsylvania Dutch. How often was that used in sitcoms, that joke?
Yeah.
I feel like it's been used many, many times. I don't know if Friends was the first. Props not.
Probably not.
And then we cut to Ross being Ross. Hi. God, he's so fucking infuriating.
No, I love it. I love it. This is such a nice callback to the very first Ross line. Hi.
Yeah,
He doesn't do it
right.
enough.
He does it plenty.
No, it's
He
awesome.
does it with his personality.
He's all depressed. He comes into the coffee shop to see Joey and Chandler. He's all depressed because he just came from the vet, and Marcel's humping is not a phase.
Wait,
he's reached
hang
sexual
on.
maturity.
Hang on. So you're telling me the vet, who he in previous episodes was not allowed to see,
Yeah.
is telling him that he shouldn't keep a wild monkey in New York City
Yeah.
in an apartment.
I know. As if Ross would have a vet for this illegal exotic animal. Yeah.
It's just silliness. And what's more important, Marcel or silliness?
We have
referenced too many
We
future
have to stop
episodes.
quoting future episodes. It can't be good for the listeners.
Oh, unless they're as loser as us and they've just watched them all and they totally get it.
I do really love this line though when Ross says that Marcel has reached sexual maturity and Joey goes to Chandler, "Hey, he beat you."
Yeah, that's payback for earlier.
Again, it's the exact kind of thing that you'd say to a friend.
Yeah, so funny.
But yeah, Marcel is just going to get worse. He's going to get aggressive and violent, and so Ross has to give him up.
Yeah, as he should have a long time ago.
Yeah. So then, of course, dramatic ad break. But when we come back...
But we don't have those
When we
because
come
we're not
back-
chumps.
yeah. When we come back, they're still in the coffee shop, and they're all sitting on the couch, and they're doing the monkey faces. See no, hear no,
Yep.
speak no.
Yep.
Yeah.
Didn't I tell you that?
I don't recall.
Oh, I did.
Okay, all right.
I think you noticed.
You take the credit. I didn't notice. Noosk noticed that they're doing the see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil.
Yeah. Yep. Thank you. Totally worth it. And then they start talking about where they could send him.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
where does is it Joey suggest? And he's like, oh, that was a backup option
Yeah.
or something. And then you couldn't send him to Florida.
Yeah, the vet knows
that's
someone
a
at
party
Miami,
zoo.
but it's like 2 blocks away from the beach. It's a total party zoo. They're really, I actually quite like this.
Yeah, it's one of the things friends do occasionally.
They're talking about it as if it's like sending a kid to college.
Yeah,
like,
and they go on
yeah.
a bit, and it continues, and it's just I don't know.
Chandler, he
not the funniest
It
one they do,
reminds
but-
it reminds Chandler of a joke. How do you get a monkey into a zoo? I know that one. No, that's Popes into a Volkswagen.
Yeah, and then I love it. The girls come in,
Yes. Yep.
and then he randomly remembers that line, and Phoebe's like, "Pope's in a Volkswagen."
Yeah, take off their hats. Yes. Yeah. Because Ross, he's applying to a lot of zoos. The pipe dream is San Diego, but it's out of state. And
Yeah. Maybe he should just go anywhere that's not a New York City apartment. Although, having said
Probably.
that, no, the future scene suggests otherwise.
Yeah.
With that
Yeah.
creepy
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, like you said, the girls come in and they not only found the fake Monica, they took her to lunch. She stole from you. She's a stealer, says Ross. But Monica says that she's an amazing person with incredible spirit.
Yeah, she's stealing. That
So-
she stole from some cheerleader. I do like how intense Ross is in this scene. She's a stealer.
Yeah, I mean,
Breaking the rules, and Ross doesn't like that.
I'm a little bit of a Ross.
You are.
I think
a
yeah.
little bit.
Hey,
Have you met yourself?
I just very firmly believe in the rules. That's all. The rules help control the fun.
Okay, Monica.
So then we're at the apartment and the fake Monica is over and for some reason is cooking. I don't know what she's cooking. I don't know why she's cooking, but she's cooking.
Well, that's just what she does. She does with her life. She feels like cooking. She went to Manana's apartment and was cooking.
Yeah. And they're telling Rachel a wild story about something they did at a hotel that got them thrown out. We don't know what it is exactly, but...
It sounds naughty.
Yeah. To which Rachel says, "Go Monana." And then Rachel leaves. She's got work. The fake Monica says that tomorrow they're auditioning for an open call for cats. They can go sing Memory and make fools of themselves.
Yeah. To which Courtney Cox is terrified, and I've heard she actually is terrified of singing out loud. But that comes back in later episodes that she would never do that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, you did.
Uh,
You sang Mama Free.
This woman is insufferable. I hate the fake Monica. She is just
Well, she has
awful.
a zest for life because she chooses to avoid all sort of like societal rules and expectations, which sounds good in theory, but those people are insufferable.
Yeah, maybe it's a zest that maybe I'm just not zesty enough myself.
You're not zesty.
Because
you could never be so zesty.
I can't imagine anything worse than hanging out with this woman for 20 minutes.
Well, especially when she's doing it all on Monica's dime. I don't get it.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, sorry. It speaks to Monica's like completely strict sort of way she holds her life together these days.
Yeah.
Because she used to have what felt like no control over her life because she was fat.
Well,
And that's the worst thing a person can be in Friends.
yeah. Well, so speaking of Monica's life, or Monana's life, the fake Monica says that she used to be just like her. And then we get a string of rude comments about popular movies at the time, which is kind of interesting, especially one that's quite
Dead
well
Poets.
Yeah, she says
Yeah.
that she used to be just like Monica until she saw Dead Poets Society, and you think, oh yeah, okay, it like inspired her. That movie was so incredibly boring. She walked out and thought, that's 2 hours of my life I'm never getting back. That scared her more than anything else in her life. That's not even the one I'm thinking of. Like that's fine.
Also, if
that is a dull
scares
movie.
you more than anything else in your life, you've got issues.
Yeah.
You need to talk to someone about that.
Look, Dead Poets Society is a bit dull. But then then Monana comes back with, well, then I'm definitely not recommending Mrs. Doubtfire. That movie's a stone cold fucking classic. What are you talking about, Monica?
Okay, Ross.
You like Mrs. Doubtfire, right? Oh, come on.
Look,
Pierce Brosnan.
I loved it growing up, but Sally Fields
Yeah.
deserves better.
Yes.
And what Robin Williams' character does is fucking unhinged.
Yes, but you know what? They don't get back together at the end of the movie.
Oh, wow. Wow, that was light years ahead of itself then. No. I'm sick of this fucking 90s narrative where, people are getting divorced and the dad's being left out again. Cry me a fucking river.
Wow. Okay.
He's a dropkick.
Okay, shots fired at Robin Williams.
Not Robin Williams. Don't say that.
He seems like a great dad. He named his daughter Zelda because he loves The Legend of Zelda.
Okay. Well, Robin Williams seemed like a stand-up guy and everyone missed him. His character... Don't twist my words.
Yep, you heard it here, folks. Noosk hates Robin Williams.
Stop it. I do not.
Said she's...
Cut that out. Cut it. I'm serious. So then the bit continues. Ross comes into Monica's apartment later and they didn't get into Scranton. That was their safety zoo.
Yeah.
Early mention of Scranton, a place no one had never heard of until The Office.
True. Another NBC sitcom.
Yeah.
It all comes back around.
It all ties in.
Speaking of great pop culture references, Phoebe is sitting on the couch playing a Game Boy.
I know. It's so cute.
Yep. It all comes back. She might have even been playing Legend of Zelda. We don't know. Yeah.
It's not really coming back to anything, though, except you mentioning that Robin Williams named his daughter Zelda.
Yep, I know. Every life is an intricate circle, isn't it, Noosk? It's
You've had
amazing.
enough rum. Stop that. Stop it. Stop it.
Then this is where Joey comes in and he's like, you know what? There already is a Joseph Stalin. Apparently he was this Russian dictator who slaughtered all these people. You'd think I would have known this. But so he's asking the others for stage names. This is where Phoebe comes up with Flame Boy.
Flame Boy. The way she says that too. Man, she's just her delivery this episode.
So then later on we're at the coffee shop and this is what you alluded to earlier. Ross is interviewing what we assume is a zoo owner or something.
Yeah.
But clearly it's just a creep who
animal
hosts exotic animal fights.
Yeah.
He's asking if Marcel could hold a hammer or perhaps a small blade of some kind. Gives me the heebie-jeebies.
This guy that they found is very well typecast in this role. He just reads like sleazy car salesman. Don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, I agree, but it sounds harsh to say that about a real person.
Oh, sure. Right.
Like,
Oh, whatever.
Imagine if that poor guy is listening. He's like, I was in Friends like 25 years ago. No one ever remembers me. Here's this podcast. They might mention me. Oh, great. They think I'm a creep.
No. That's what acting is.
Yes.
You got to find your niche.
Yes. So what we should say is he wasn't typecast. This guy is an extraordinarily good actor.
Yes. Well, the way he delivers the lines is very funny too. Like he kind of has a certain phrasing about it.
Yeah.
Like, well, we've got to give the little guy a fighting chance.
But before he can finish his sales pitch, Chandler and Joey come in with Marcel. I don't know why.
He got into San Diego. He got into San Diego.
I don't know why they have Marcel, but...
And why do they have Marcel and Ross's mail?
Yeah.
It's all very strange. Like, I would let our friends, of course, look after our kids. Like they are looking after Marcel.
Yeah, but is there any scenario in which they would check our mail?
Open my mail.
Yeah.
No, not at all. It's not okay.
Yeah. So then we're back at Monana's apartment. And
it's not Monana, it's Manana.
Rachel is cleaning the table. There's this huge stack of newspapers on them.
She doesn't know how to do it.
She just lifts them up and then just puts them back down. It's great.
She gave it a little wipe.
Yeah.
But the house is falling apart because Monica has not been home and Rachel is not supposed to fend for herself.
That's right. Monica comes in completely trolleyed. They crashed an embassy party.
Yeah, that is pretty wild.
Yeah. But Courtney Cox's delivery here is really great, where Rachel says to her, are you drunk?
No.
I'm lying. I'm so drunk.
So drunk.
Then she leans down like a cat and drinks straight from the tap and just yells out, water rules.
I'm laughing at you. You find it so
it's
funny.
So funny. That's my kind of drunk. Just like, oh, how good is water?
You should have some water.
Oh, I've had like 3 sips of rum.
I saw how much rum you put in that rum and Coke.
There was so much water.
What?
I
what
meant
water?
Ice. There was so much ice.
No. You don't even know what you're saying.
Oh, piss off. You're making me sound bad to the listeners.
You're doing that.
You're just
your own,
jealous because I'm happy-go-lucky.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Rachel gets kind of upset at Monica. She says, you'll lose your job if you keep doing this. This isn't you.
Yeah.
And I kind of...
Manana.
I don't mind this storyline because, then Monica goes, I don't need to be the person that fluffs the pillows or pays the bills as soon as they come in. Like, she's kind of... I totally understand this when you've been a kind of person your entire life and then all of a sudden you feel kind of freed. Like,
sure, but why does it have to be, spoiler alert, the fake Monica being caught for Monica to like she doesn't come to her senses like, oh, see, this is what happens when you live that way. Eventually it catches up with you. Life just goes back to normal without a second thought about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels like there's supposed to be a lesson here in the episode and there isn't one.
I think there is. We'll get to that.
It's a 90s sitcom.
Because you're right.
They need to read it out to you.
They do, but I do think that there is supposed to be some kind of an idea or a theme here. But you are right. You've spoiled the very next sentence because then the phone rings. It's the credit card people. I don't know why the credit card people would be calling Monica directly. I don't know why they would be telling her that they found Monica and she's been arrested.
Yes.
That would be a job for the police.
Yes.
But anyway, it's the credit card company and they found the fake Monica and she's been arrested.
Yeah, not only that, she's gone straight to jail, no trial. And I guess they told Monica which jail she's in so she can go visit.
Yes, because then we cut to the prison. And
it's all a bit silly.
Monica visits the fake Monica. She's like, it's the full-on, Orange is the New Black, Arrested Development thing. She's like behind the pane of glass.
Yep.
And she's in the full jumpsuit just for stealing tap glasses.
Credit card fraud.
Yeah.
That's not a good one.
No, I guess. And... Monica, the fake Monica says, how did you know that I was here? And she says,
it's a question we all have, honestly.
Yes. And she tells her the truth. She says, because I'm Monica Geller. But it wasn't me who turned her in and she thanks her.
Was it Rachel?
Yeah.
Oh. I think it was Rachel.
I never... Do you actually think that?
Maybe.
I never thought about that.
I mean, Ross would have. In a heartbeat.
Yeah. But here's, I don't think Rachel would have, because do any of these people actually know her real name? They all think she's Monica.
Oh, true. Yeah. Yeah. They've got. Well, I mean, they could. Rachel knew where they were going next.
That's true.
She roughly knew their plans.
That's conspiracy theory.
This means something.
But Monica's all upset. She's like, who's going to take me to the Big Apple Circus?
Yeah.
And the fake Monica says, I started my day by peeing in front of 20 other women, and you're worried about who's going to take you to the circus.
Yeah. This is the sign of a narcissist, by the way, who is throwing their consequences of their own actions back at you.
Yeah.
She's allowed to be a little bit upset because she thought her life was going one way. She was finally letting loose and being free. And then your consequences caught up with you. By the way, it was her money you were stealing, you mole. But then instead of being like, hey, sorry about that, she's like, I had to pee in front of 20 other women today. My life is so difficult. It's all your own fault, love.
I guess.
It is.
Yes. And, but so the fake Monica, she tells her, she said, you are going to go back to being exactly who you are. Maybe it's the Amish thing.
No, I'm not Amish. Then why are you like that?
Why are you like that?
What would have been a good episode was if the fake Monica had met Manana's mum, Monica's real mum.
Yeah, we don't get enough Christina
Monica's
Pickles.
Mum. No, we never get enough of her.
Yeah.
I love Judy.
But then, here's where you get the lesson. Here's where you get it. Because Monica has learned to find the middle ground. Because the next scene, we're at the tap class. They're dancing to fucking chorus line.
Yes, sorry. Here is the lesson. You're right.
Yes, they're dancing to fucking chorus line. The fucking one singular. Fuck off.
Honey, it's a tap class in New York. Of course they're dancing to one singular sensation.
And Monica is just standing at the side watching. And the teacher yells at her, are you in or are you out? She's in.
You don't observe a dance class. You dance a dance class.
So that's where you get your moral of the episode, your lesson, you will.
Yeah.
Because Monica has learned to... Yes, that's right.
Be brave. It's okay to be bad at something.
The experience has changed her.
Yep.
Yeah. And she's getting it all wrong.
Not really.
But she says, but at least I'm doing it.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I would never yell out to a student, you in the back, you're getting it all wrong.
Oh, are you kidding?
I would never.
Oh, please.
I would never. How dare you?
I have absolutely... I mean, look, you're a very kind teacher. You're not like... Obviously, we've both seen some very bad teachers who yell at students a lot. I have heard you yell at people that they're... the amount of times... You
have to yell to be heard over the music.
Yeah, but the amount of times I've heard you just yell, feet! Feet!
Are you right there? You've had
true.
Way too much rum.
It's true.
No, because they can't hear me over the music, and I've said it many times. So at that point, I just need to yell, point your feet, and they know to point their feet.
I know.
My students tell me that I am lovely, and at no point do they ever feel like it was stressful or threatening, okay?
Yeah, they don't live with you.
Well, you should point your feet too. No. And then we get this weird scene at the end. Where
weird? No. This is the crux of the episode.
It's not the crux. It's the B story.
Oh, okay.
Look, we're all just happy to see Marcel go. I like this scene for one line, and I think you know which line it is. Oh, are you going to guess? Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to guess.
Okay, so we're saying goodbye to Marcel.
Okay, yeah. I think I know what it is.
Okay, say who you think it is.
Joey?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So Ross stands there being like, you guys can say goodbye to him. It's so insufferable. Okay,
yeah, but...
one at a time, sure. We'll all come up and say goodbye to your monkey. That sounds like a euphemism. And, Rachel gives him Curious George for something to do on the plane.
Yep.
Ha ha ha.
Phoebe wrote a poem, but she says don't eat it until you get on the plane.
Yep. I don't know. Monica, I don't know. Well, I can't even remember what she does.
I don't think we see Monica, actually. Chandler says...
she's at the jail.
Yes.
Is that implied she's at the jail?
I guess. Chandler says, I know there's going to be a lot of babes in San Diego, but remember there's a lot to learn. And Ross takes it so seriously. Ross
is such a loser.
Ross, by the way, I don't know if you noticed, is wearing a banana pin.
Yes.
He's got a little pin of a banana on his lapel.
I think that's a, man in the yellow hat situation going on.
Again, it all comes back around.
Yeah, because he wears yellow and bananas are yellow. Anyway,
Okay. But yes, then we get your favourite line where, it's Joey's turn.
I don't know. It's a monkey, Ross. Like, what do you want me to say?
Okay, Marcel,
Just say
I'm
what's
hungry.
ever in your heart. Marcel, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Because honestly, like I am an animal person.
Yeah.
But this whole fucking storyline, having a monkey and friends, is just stupid and weird. Did I like it as a kid? Sure. But it's just dumb.
Yeah.
And that sums it up perfectly for me. I don't know, it's a monkey, Ross.
Ross.
What do you want me to say? What do you want any of us to say, Ross?
Well, after they've all had their turn, Ross wants a moment alone to say his farewells.
And then he waits for them to turn around.
Yeah.
That's weird.
And while he's doing his very serious farewell, Marcel starts humping his leg.
Haha, so funny, more humping. And then he's like, just take him away. And once again, poor Ross.
Yeah.
Poor Ross.
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh, just take him away. What's the point in living? My own monkey humps my leg. Maybe you shouldn't have had a monkey in an apartment, Ross. For fuck's sake. Again, this all comes back to your decisions.
And then as they're taking Marcel away, we get a beautiful...
No.
Yeah.
No. It's not. It's so lame.
No.
I hate when friends do this. It was like when Marcel grabbed Ross's finger.
Yeah. We get another awesome kind of music tag. We get You're a Big Boy Now by the Love and Spoonful. Oh. You're a big boy now. I love that song. It's great. Because Marcel is all grown up. Do you like that
song because, you're a big boy now?
Point your feet.
I do point my feet.
And that's it. That's the end of the episode. Then we get a tag, which I actually quite dislike, where Joey is auditioning. And no one, from memory, I don't think anyone else speaks, but the three people running the auditions are the creators of Friends themselves.
Yep. Marta Kaufman, Kevin Bright,
and David Crane.
It's really funny, actually. I saw a blooper on Instagram the other day where, in future episodes, Monica's like, I don't sleep with guys on the first date.
Yeah.
And then Monica lists a whole bunch of names and Rachel says, not anymore.
Yeah.
But the blooper reel, she lists the three producers of Friends. Creators, not producers.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's really funny. But Joey comes on stage to say that I'm auditioning for the role of Mercutio and my name is Old McGroin.
I know.
That's it. That's the joke.
And then he just stands there. And
stands there staring. And I don't know what's going on with Joey in these episodes, but he's got a little bit of Pete Davidson eyes. His eyes look very sunken and baggy.
It's the first season. He probably hasn't figured out the balance of how to, become famous real quick and still be a nice person.
Yeah. Which
he clearly figures out later because he's just the best.
Yeah.
Matt LeBlanc just seems like a stand-up dude.
Yeah.
As does David Schwimmer, actually. Anyway, I hate, though, because I think this was a point you made, Joey, of all people, would know that joke.
Old McGroin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like he's been given another silly name by Chandler that he doesn't know.
It's not clever enough. It's not even at the same level of, Bart Simpson's calls to Moe.
No.
It's not even like Amanda Hug and Kiss. That to me is funnier than Old McGroin.
But none of it, but the concept of one of those is just silly because Joey has an immature sense of humor.
Yes.
He would hear the
sound
earlier.
groin and think it was funny.
Yes.
He would not take this as a serious name.
But it was the whole point of it being funny earlier was because Joey's uneducated. He didn't know who Joseph Stalin was.
Yeah.
This is just strange that they would finish with this.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So there you go. All in all, I still enjoy this episode.
Yeah,
I'm
me too.
giving it a 7 out of 10.
I think I'm just going to give it a 6. When it pops up, I'm like, I'll watch this one. This is funny. I mostly just love the tap scenes and Phoebes.
Yeah.
Love Phoebes.
Well, there you go. We only have 3 episodes left of season 1.
Oh, man.
I know. After we finish season 1, I think we need to do a recap our feelings of the whole season. And listeners, if you want to contribute to that, send us an email at pottymouthradio@gmail.com if you have anything that you want to share with us about season 1 of Friends, or if you think we've gotten anything wrong.
I like learning fun facts.
Yeah, if you have any fun facts, or you think that we've gotten something about an episode wrong or something, let us know. We'll open the mailbag.
I would love to watch the hidden scenes and blooper reels.
We should do that.
Because that's pretty much my entire Instagram. It's that and ballet and Harry Potter, stuff that I save for our daughter.
Absolutely true. Well, I have some sad news.
What?
We're out of lightning rounds.
No, I've got some.
Do you? I've used all my cards.
Okay. Well, this will be a chance for me to recover some points.
Well, that's not fair.
It seems fair to me.
All right, I'm Googling Friends Trivia.
No,
Yes.
no. Just use my pile. Use my pile. You take some of mine. I am outraged at this Superfan 2-point question because we literally watched that one the other day. A co-worker named Bob continually calls Chandler by which incorrect name?
Toby.
Yeah. I hate that we watched that one the other day. I
All
don't
right.
think you would have gotten it otherwise.
I totally would have.
No.
All right. Which of Rachel's colleagues at Bloomingdale's, my mum calls it Bloomies, does Ross become jealous of?
Yeah,
can you
it's
not
like
know
it's like the cause of their entire relationship breakdown. Well,
Yes.
that's what Ross would say. And it's not Mike. Mike is hey, just give me a second.
So
It's a while ago
close.
since we watched them. Mark. Yeah,
Yes.
it's Mark.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I knew it was an M name. Oh, Ross. Oh, we're getting up to some real bad Ross stuff with those episodes. All right, for you, during which public holiday did Chandler discover his parents were getting divorced?
Oh, that's so easy. Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's the easiest fucking question. Also, it drives me insane that Chandler hates Thanksgiving because of his parents getting divorced then. If his childhood was as unhappy as he says it was,
Then divorce would be a good thing.
yes.
Yeah.
I speak from
Yeah.
experience. You would
I
love Thanksgiving. You'd celebrate it every year.
I love the Christina Pickles line. Oh, good. You brought the boy who hates Thanksgiving. All right. Your question. This one's really easy, but it's really fun. What was Phoebe in charge of at Rachel's surprise party?
Cups and ice.
Cups and ice.
She will rue the day she put me in charge of cups and ice.
Yeah.
And she does the best with cups and ice.
Oh, man.
Bless her.
She does so much with it. She's got like 5 different kinds of ice.
Everyone's eating Phoebe snow cones. Can I have one?
All right. Well, that's it. Next week, we'll be getting to the one with the ick factor, which is one that I don't have super strong memories of.
No. I remember when we watched this for the episode, I was like, oh, yeah, I haven't seen this one very much. So that was fun.
Yeah. In fact, I might need to rewatch that one before we record.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Again.
We took it. But yeah, now we're back at it. All right. Well, in the meantime, if you want to get in touch with us, you can do that at pottymouthradio@gmail.com or pottymouthradio.com. You can join the Facebook listener community, the Pottymouth listener community, where you can, tell us things. I don't think Nooski's a member of it, but...
What? Of what? Sorry, I drifted off. Of what? What am I not a member of?
The Pottymouth Facebook group?
I might be.
You just
I
don't
don't
care
know.
enough.
I'm busy. I'm very busy.
And I'm not.
You choose to be that busy.
You can, speaking of being busy, you can go listen to me on about 5 other shows.
Because he's so happy-go-lucky, you guys.
You can hear me talk movies with Dave on We Watched a Thing. You can hear us talk about music that we love on The Hunt for the Perfect Album. If you want to head over to the Patreon, we've just started a new bonus series just for Patreons called Shyamalanigans, where we're going through all of M. Night Shyamalan's filmography, one film at a time.
Are you? I
Yeah.
didn't even know about that one.
Yeah, I'm a man of many, many things.
And it's all to avoid dark thoughts inside his head.
You can hear me play Dungeons and Dragons on Time to Die with a bunch of other great podcasters.
Surprisingly fun.
It is. Thank you. Thank you for the kind words. And,
Well, you made me listen.
You can hear me occasionally guest. In fact, I'm recording tomorrow on movie reviews in 20 Qs. I think I'm meant to be doing an episode on Captain America, what's the second one? Winter Soldier, which I have not watched, and I have not seen the first one either,
You
so
have
that's going to
seen
be
Winter
fun.
Soldier.
No, I haven't.
It's the worst one.
Oh, wow, shots fired. And also next week I'll be recording on the Binge Movies podcast with Jason, which is a fantastic podcast. We're doing a Spielberg deep dive, so we'll be talking about 5 Spielberg movies that is going to be fun. So go check out all of that, and we'll catch you next week.
If you have unlimited amounts of time.